Do we truly have free will, or are we just players trapped in some kind of matrix, moving through life believing we're in control while every move we make has already been programmed into us? Well, free will is the ability to make your own decisions without interference. You exercise it every day, deciding whether to help a stranger you pass by on the street, or simply choosing what to eat for breakfast. But ask yourself this: did you really choose to make those decisions, or were they the only choice you could have made? Was your choice nothing more than the inevitable result of cause and effect, a chain of events stretching back to before you were even born? Let's start with your brain. You're not born with a blank slate. From day one, your brain comes with a starter kit, a blueprint written in your DNA. That genetic code doesn't determine everything, but it does shape how your brain is wired. Some people are born naturally more cautious, others more curious. Some are drawn to reward and excitement, others avoid risk. These aren't just personality quirks, they're patterns built into your brain during development. They come from your genes from your parents, and they help shape how you think and act before you even know what thinking is. Neuroscience experiments like the famous Libet study found that your brain begins preparing for actions milliseconds before you're consciously aware of making a decision. To some scientists, that means your brain decides first, and you only feel like you're in control afterwards. But biology is just the beginning. Where and how you grow up matters just as much. If you're raised in a calm, supportive home, your brain is more likely to develop strong self-regulation. But if your childhood is filled with stress, your brain has to prioritize survival. This can make things like trust, attention, or even emotional control harder later in life. Did you know your environment can actually affect how your genes behave? Through a process called epigenetics, stress or support in your surroundings can switch genes on and off, influencing things like mood, resilience, or focus, sometimes even for life. But even beyond family and environment, society steps in too. Think about jobs and social expectations. From a young age, you're asked, what do you want to do when you grow up? But how much of that answer is your own? We're often guided by invisible forces: what jobs pay well, what your family expects, what your culture values. Maybe you dream of being an artist but end up studying accounting. Or you wanted to travel but get locked into a 9-to-5 job to pay rent. It's not always that you lack choices, it's that some choices feel impossible. All while we're fighting with our own freedom, we're building machines that copy our behavior. Large language models don't have thoughts, beliefs, or even emotions. They don't want anything or choose goals. Instead, they take in data of human examples and generate responses based on probability. In other words, AI doesn't have free will. It doesn't say, why am I doing this? But you can, and that's the difference. But what if we don't have free will? Even if every choice is just a chain of cause and effect, you still feel the weight of your decision. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.